So while most investors are focusing on the huge AI companies, there are some very small companies that are expanding pretty rapidly to prepare for and already servicing AI demand. And last quarter did raise some questions for this small ticker symbol that is in the data center market. We're going to be going over today. It's TSSI stock. And by the way, if you also want to not only find the indications for confirmation of growth or just seeing the financials, but you actually want to see the charts, we're kicking off the chart reading challenge tomorrow. If you want to join, it's the first link in the description below. Go have a look as we get into it. Now, I just pulled up this article here. I don't know if you guys can see the screen. It says this is from 3 months ago. If you guys aren't familiar with TSSI, what they actually do, they don't make GPUs or anything like that. Instead, what they do is they help configure and integrate and test and deploy the infrastructure for those GPUs to go into. So you could think of it as they got some partnerships with Dell. They're kind of dependent on that relationship. But you can think of it as NVIDIA makes the engine, and then somebody still needs to help put the car together to get it ready for the road. That's what this company does. As companies are spending billions building AI data centers, all of that hardware has to actually be installed and made operational. And that's what TSSI does. And what's interesting about what they do is, there's actually a lot of conversation about some bulls over on Reddit. Now, we don't use Reddit articles very much. If you go back, this article is 3 months ago, but if you go back 3 or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, some people were talking about this stock saying it was bullish, that they have a massive demand. And so that brings number 2, which is they have been betting on that. They've been investing in the AI demand. And as a result, they've gone from, at that time, they were at, 25, 30 cents a share. And the AI infrastructure boom has surged them to at an all-time high. They went up to $31. They're building for the demand to arrive, and that's where the actual risk comes in. One thing to note about the chart as well, as they pull back down, they just had earnings here on the 12th or 13th. They sold down from earnings about 30%, all the way from $13 back down to now $8. Just remember, if you're not paying attention to the company right now, that's totally fine. But just knowing there's a lot of sell-offs that just took place after their recent earnings. But what I wanted to go over to is this article. So the article says the things general retail investors don't see about TSSI. Okay, so what they do, their facility. Now, what they've done is they've created a facility here in Texas where they are building out the assurances from their utility provider that they can incrementally add more power when needed, not easily replicable for any competitor, and they work with Dell on this as well. So the demand, based on their spending, the demand has been there, and they've been a company that's pretty small, only making a couple $100 million per year, but they are holding a market cap of just a couple $100 million. So they're earning more than half of that of their market cap. So that's why people like them is that. But number 3, what is going on and why they've sold off is that they're selling down after earnings. Their AI with investing, that they're anticipating more growth here, it actually didn't turn into as much as what people thought. And so what they did is they came out with earnings as of recently, and their earnings were a little bit disappointing in their report. So what they came out with versus what they were expected doesn't mean the thesis is dead, but you can see that they came out with earnings that were a little bit less than what people were expecting. And this is exactly why when you hear AI infrastructure, it doesn't mean every single quarter is going to be incredible. And as a result, this company right in front of us here, TSSI, they actually came in with a little bit less revenue this quarter. So you can see their revenue was really ramping up, and every single year they've been massively increasing their revenue from 30 million to now over 300 million in projections. And they came in with a positive, net income in the last quarter, 55 million. But in this last quarter, they came in with 35 million in revenue. So most investors, they see that, and that looks like it's slowed down a little bit, and they look at the earnings compared with the expectations, and very quickly we see them sell off pretty pretty fast from that $13 price point down to just under 10. But what they're doing that I think is key, and you can see institutions are buying. You have large buys from major institutions, whether it's BlackRock. I think I saw State Street in there as well. We also saw the CEO buying some. There's BlackRock. Vanguard is buying some. So obviously not a terrible quarter as we see institutions still kick in here. But we also got to talk about the bear case. And that's where we kind of come in here with where people are looking at this and saying, okay, what if we get just a continuation down? This isn't something that continues to rally because they're so focused on their Dell contract. So if you look at their site, you look at where their focus is, they've spent some money to expand, and there is AI demand, obviously, but have they captured enough revenue? I think actually, if you look at their financials, they have captured enough revenue, right? They're building not too many customers. Their main customer is Dell, and that's indirectly also working with xAI. But the problem is if that starts to dry up a little bit, then they very quickly could see their revenue decrease. But in 2025, for example, revenue is up 262%. Their revenue does continue to year over year seem to be growing quite consistently. And you also got to look what's going to stop it from getting to a couple $100 million or $300 to $500 million a year. It's going to be that they don't get more customers. We haven't seen more mention of new customers, although they don't normally mention their new customers that come out here. But what we want to watch for, they've done some expanding of their facilities, but they haven't seen any large new customers. And so, as of right now, they're more of a hold in their present situation. So what we're seeing here is a couple different things. Number one, when you're looking at the financials, the setup looks pretty good. Here, you could see their positive equity and their income's growing year over year. But things start to slow down the last quarter, a little bit of a slowdown. And while we're expecting them to expand more, there might be more expenses. So just watch there. But as a company currently, which is 325 million market cap, even though they missed their earnings a little bit, even though they have some execution risk, and they're pretty dependent on the continued AI infrastructure demand, those are all things that they have delivered on pretty well. They've delivered on pretty good earnings year over year. They've also seen, obviously, the AI demand has been strong. Companies like Dell and xAI have done well. And so, betting on those things continuing to do well would be the continuation of what's already happening. So that's how the financials look, and it kind of values them right now, actually slightly undervalued still, and probably between that $5 to $10 range is super fair for where they should be valued at, given their market cap's at 325 million, and they're doing, over almost 300 million, or on track to do almost 300 million for the year. That's almost their whole market cap. So to see them valued at 500 million to $1 billion wouldn't be insane, and that would put them at a price of around $12 to $20 a share, which puts them pretty bullish. So there is that $12 to $20 a share where we've seen them in the past, and that's, I think, what most investors are kind of anticipating with this stock. And that's why a lot of investors cover it or are invested in it. I think where we're watching here in the nearest term levels is going to be this support and resistance. And once again, if you want to learn how to read the charts too, you can always join our chart reading challenge starting tomorrow. Don't miss it. You also get our live trading sessions included and access to Prophecy, the analysis software I was just showing you. But you got this downtrend kicking in from the all-time highs. You got them reaching this new level of support that they've bounced before around $8.50. And if they do bounce $8.50, the next target's going to be up to $11. If they break out above 11, which is going to be that moving average, then they're going to be looking for 15. But right now, near support is $8.50 with a secondary support down around $7.50. So really want to watch that $8.50 level. It's a very strong support level that they're looking to bounce. And if they do, there's a 22% upside. If they break out above, again, 11, they're going to be looking for that $15 price point, which is a 70% increase in potential. Now, that's what we want to see. Obviously, if you're an investor in it, I am an investor in it, but I also am not going to bias towards this, that we're going to see it just continue to straight up, because actually it's having some downward pressure as of right now. So just watching that $8.50 level is going to be key. So when we approach the market this next week, we'll be watching for those opportunities into any short-term opportunities at market open. And again, if you ever want to tune on into those live trading sessions, it's the first link in the description below of this video. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Let me know what you think about TSSI down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.